Welcome to Searching for Entry-Level Opportunities for Education and Human Services. My name is Carol Huang, and I am a Career Counselor Coordinator with UCSB Career Services. I specialize in working with students interested in the field of education and human services. Today, we will be talking about the job search and ways to gain experience for a career in education and human services. So what is the best way to find a job? You may have some ideas already. The goal for today's conversation is to help you reflect on how to do a targeted job search, learn best practices for online job searching, and understand the hidden job market. We will also be briefly discussing elevator pitches, informational interviewing, and safe searching. Finally, you will develop an understanding and ideas of what job searching might look like for you moving forward. So let's get started. Keep in mind, recent estimates indicate over 60% of jobs are found using other methods besides searching online. While clicking apply is easy, it may not be the most efficient way for you to get a job. You need to employ a variety of strategies to help you obtain a position. Starting your search. Research the positions that you're interested in and review the qualifications and duties thoroughly. Don't forget to also read the company profile. Assessing yourself. Consider your interests, personality, skills, values, and strengths. How do these areas fit with the job or industry that you seek to start a career in? Figure out what you want. Before starting your job search, write a list of your non-negotiables and prioritize them. What do you care about in a job? Do you want a specific title, money, flexible schedule, promotional opportunities? Maybe you're interested in having a variety of responsibilities or care about company culture. Perhaps you're interested more in job security or the location of where the job may be. Prioritize this list to help you decide on how and where to look for jobs. Narrowing your search. You can narrow by industries, company, position title. You can also narrow with location, compensation, and work environment. Take the time to understand what you are applying for and consider how you might be a good fit for the position. Write up a list of job titles that interest you. The same type of job may have different job titles, and instead of focusing too much on a specific job title, focus on the skills and duties needed to be successful in the position you are looking at. Ask yourself, are you interested in specific organizations or industries? What jobs might they have there? Are there specific populations you want to work with, such as children, adults, elderly, marginalized youth, etc.? Or is there a specific issue or platform that you really care about, such as LGBTQIA+ issues, women's rights, immigrant rights, social justice, or more? Or perhaps you're more interested in the type of work that you're doing, such as educating, counseling, social support, advocacy, event management, etc. These are some things to narrow down as you start your search. Also, when you search for jobs, you want to consider whether location matters, what compensation might be offered, and what work environment would work best for you. Do you want to move closer to family, be in urban areas, or perhaps you want to move out of state? What might compensation look like? Do you want a salary position, hourly position, stipend, or perhaps a service or volunteer opportunity? And also, what is the work environment like? Do you want to work at a small organization, a large organization, somewhere that's a little bit more fast-paced, somewhere that may be more well-resourced or maybe limited resourced and you can help build out? Do you want to work in an environment with lots of staff or few staff? These are some things that might influence your decision to accept a job later on. And so having a clear picture of what you may be interested in could help you narrow that search initially. Try not to apply for jobs that you have no interest in or would not be a good fit for. How are you going to get there? Well, first you want to answer some of these questions. Do you have a strong resume? Have you created a LinkedIn profile? Are you using effective job search resources? The point is, update everything. Your resume, cover letter, LinkedIn, and get it reviewed by a variety of different people. Ideal reviewers include a career counselor, recruiters, and professionals in the industry that you seek employment from. You may also want to ask friends, mentors, alumni, and your immediate network to proofread your application material. Make sure to include the most relevant and recent experiences and skills that you have. Now, what are some initial strategies? Some job search tools include Handshake, job search handouts, and general job boards. If you're interested in education, you can search on edjoin.org or higheredjobs.com. EdJoin is perfect if you're looking for something in more of the K-12 arena, and then higheredjobs.com is great if you're looking for jobs related to higher education, such as community colleges and universities. For searching for jobs related to nonprofit and humanitarian jobs, you can check out idealist.org. Idealist also has an online career center that provides tips and advice on how to job search in the nonprofit industry. For jobs with the government, look into usajobs.gov and calcareers.ca.gov. You can also look on general job boards such as Indeed, Glassdoor, Career Builder, and LinkedIn for different opportunities. While this isn't a comprehensive list of job boards, it could be a good place for you to start looking if you haven't started utilizing them already. Create a profile and job search agents to help you narrow your search. The next thing you can do is go directly to the employers. Create a list of target organizations that you're interested in, whether or not they are hiring. You want a majority of your list to consist of those that are hiring, but having some that currently do not have positions can create opportunities for you to be proactive and show your proactive interest as well. Who knows? They may be posting something soon, or they may think of you for future opportunities if you're able to make a positive impression on them. You can find employers at career fairs, employer info sessions, on-campus interviews, career panels, employer websites, or you can cold call and email them. You can also attend industry events to find employers as well. My personal favorite is to connect with employers over coffee. Make sure, however you interact with employers, that you always do your research before approaching them. You should have a pretty good idea about what the organization is about and what opportunities they have. You also want to be able to articulate what you want in a job and why their company is the best fit for that. Remember, you have to show the company why you want their job and why you are a great fit for them. So what are some job titles that I can search? Research the opportunities that you're interested in by job title and by industry. Write down possible job titles for a few areas of education and human services that interest you the most, whether it's counseling and mental health, nonprofit work, working with children, working with families, higher education, or something entirely different. You may find yourself more interested in doing a service program or applying for a fellowship. There are many opportunities that you can pursue, so it's important to narrow down your search. I'll give you a moment to consider some of these job titles. Some tips for efficient searching. To make the most of your online searches, you want to filter by location. So do you want to be in California, northern or southern, out of state, or maybe international? Then you want to filter by experience level. At this point, you will likely be searching for positions that are at the bachelor's level. Diversify your search terms. Use a variety of different job search terms as the same job may have different job titles. Consider using advanced search options. Advanced search options allow you to make your search even more specified. You may be able to select options such as posted salary ranges, job types, and distance from your ideal location. Next, set up job search agents. Creating job search agents helps you receive postings right in your email inbox. Pro tip, I recommend creating a filter in your email to catch these emails so they can be organized into an inbox or folder within your email system. Continue to refine your search as you learn new information. Now, please be advised that when you are job searching, it's important to look for jobs that fit what you want. Sometimes it can be hard to tell, but that's okay. If you are at all interested in a position, make sure to apply for it. A lot of times, going through the interview process can give you a better sense of whether or not the job is right for you. If you get a job offer, keep this in mind. Don't rush. Ask for additional time before committing to an offer. Do not accept an offer if you're unsure about committing to the position. Rejecting an offer after previously accepting is a very serious matter and will have repercussions of privileges to accessing career services, and you could ruin your chances with that company in the future. We will now talk about some additional strategies that are a bit more time intensive, but completely worth it for your long-term career management. The hidden job market. The hidden job market is a term used to describe jobs that aren't posted online or advertised. Job seekers can tap the hidden job market by using networking connections to help find unadvertised job openings. The point of this is, let people know that you are searching. If you don't tell people that you're looking, then they won't be able to help you. You never know if someone might be looking to fill a position or knows of someone who might be. Accessing the hidden job market happens through word of mouth, and you may find opportunities that you never knew existed, or someone might create an opportunity for you if there is a need that they want to fill and you happen to have the skills and interest in doing so. Now, building your network. Seek introductions or referrals. Can someone in your network introduce you to a company or hiring manager that you're interested in working for? Can you talk to them about what they might be looking for and whether or not you might be a good fit to fill an open position? You can start by talking to relatives, friends, relatives, professors, staff members, student activity members, or alumni. These folks are considered your warm network. They are people in your immediate circle or related to your immediate circle. Next, you can find people to talk to through professional organizations, employers of interest, LinkedIn, listservs, informational interviews, but these require a little bit more of a cold outreach because you will be reaching out to people that you have a limited relationship with right now. However, the benefits of reaching out and asking will provide you with an opportunity to discover more options and access information about your career interests. Finally, network everywhere. Networking is about developing a connection with people and learning about them. Identify some interests that you may have in common with the people that you engage with and have a conversation about it. Even if you don't share common interests or thoughts about things, consider whether or not there's anything you can help with. The most important part of networking is to start building relationships with people who have shared interests or develop some of those interests together. So how do you do this? Consider doing informational interviews, or what I like to call gathering information and potentially finding a friend or mentor along the way. Over coffee, lunch, or sometimes just waiting for the bus. Anyways, If you're doing intentional informational interviewing and asking to meet with someone for a period of time, whether it's a 15-minute phone call or 1-hour lunch meeting, make sure that you prepare for it. Research the individual and learn a little bit about them, their professional history, interests, and organizations that they work for. Contact the person professionally through email or LinkedIn. Prepare your questions in advance and leave room for the conversation to be organic as well. Make sure that you respect proper conduct. Dress appropriately if you are meeting in person, be on time for the meeting, and be respectful during the conversation. An informational interview is not the time to ask for a job or internship. However, you can ask for career advice and referrals to people that you may want to talk to. Make sure to thank them and continue to follow up with them. This is extremely important for maintaining the relationship. Now let's talk a little bit more about how to network. First, your elevator pitch. Have your introduction ready. What do you want them to remember about you? Articulate your value proposition. What major achievements and transferable skills do you have that may relate to the person or the industry or the company that you are talking to? Share them with the people that you meet and incorporate your story so that you are memorable. Now, what is the ask? What do you want from this interaction? Do you want advice about a particular field or industry? Do you want an introduction to another colleague in the field? Maybe you want advice on your resume and cover letter. Depending on how the conversation goes, your ask may change, but have some ideas about what you hope to learn from the conversation and how you may benefit the person that you're talking to as well. Follow up. The most important part of networking is to be grateful for the time someone has provided to you and the knowledge that they shared. So make sure that you always follow up. Keep track of your interactions, get business cards, and connect with them on LinkedIn. Check in once in a while when you have something new to update them with, or when you're actively job searching. This is helpful for your long-term career success. Remember, these folks may become your future colleagues, mentors, or supervisors. Okay, next is safety tips. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And if something doesn't feel right, listen to your instincts. Research the employer to make sure that you understand whether or not that organization is one that you want to work with. Look for red flags. If you're hired without an interview and/or a meeting, that's a red flag. If you're asked to give any personal information or send a payment without meeting an employer, that's also a red flag. If your communication with the employer, if information provided to you is suspect or sloppy and you're unsure about it, then that could also be a red flag. So make sure that if any of these situations happen to you, that you talk to somebody about them, whether it is a career counselor or someone that you trust. Finally, make a realistic plan. Decide on how much time you want to spend on job searching, whether it's 1 hour per day or 5 hours per week. How much time do you want to spend will vary depending on how aggressive your search is. Create a goal of how many applications you want to submit during the time that you have allocated to your job search. Select a location in which you can focus in. Searching for opportunities, typing up applications, following up with employers all take time and energy. Make sure you keep track of what jobs and organizations you've applied to. Save the job postings in a folder. Sometimes employers take them down when the posting expires and then call you later to interview. You might not remember all the jobs that you applied to. This helps you stay organized in the process depending on how many jobs you apply for. Keep talking to people. Whether it's one person per week or going to events, make sure you learn more about opportunities that are possible and try to be open-minded during this process. Share about your interests, skills, and experiences, and ask people for help, advice, or ideas. Start thinking about how you would respond to offers and salary expectations. We can't cover that in today's workshop, but you can always come into Career Services and we can help you talk about your salary expectations and offers. Finally, consider your own self-care in the process. While job searching can be stressful and overwhelming sometimes, especially when you have various pressures, make sure you take the time to take breaks and also consider activities that will help you rejuvenate. Remember, you only need one job offer. You can do it.